Well, hello the internet, it's Ghost here, and welcome to another episode of Creative Minecraft, except this time we're on the little Halloween series we're doing. And, yeah, this is going to be the last Halloween episode, because I have run out of ideas officially, and also Halloween is in 2 days, and there's no way I'm going to be able to, get enough recordings done for the next, however many weeks, because new project soon, yay, and also be able to do another Halloween video. So, without further ado, welcome to Ghost is starting off by building a graveyard, and then we're going to decorate the village for Halloween. I started off by using andesite walls to create just kind of an outline. That's effectively that, and then I built a kind of, I guess, a tomb, except you can't go in it. I was going to do that, but then I went, no, I can't actually be bothered to do that. And also it's on a really small scale, so there's not much point. Overall, I'm really happy with the way all the Halloween builds have came out. I like doing spookier builds when I have ideas. So we're actually going to start early next year in planning those builds. The main block palette for this video is, of course, if you can't tell already, andesite, stone, and cobblestone, because we're just going for plain and simple on this build. So I did originally record 6 minutes of footage, then get fed up and decide I'll come back to it, and then didn't come back to it until today. So I've just spent the last 30 minutes recording stuff. And also I built a bunch of extra houses for the village because I realised it was ridiculously small, and I probably should have built houses a while ago. But that now means we do at least have this kind of zone fairly completed. Builds are going to kind of continue off around from it at some point, but probably not for a while, because we have obviously the Taylor Swift village to do, and there's a fairly substantial sized blank space that needs filling that isn't the Taylor Swift village. So there's not much to explain about what I'm doing. You can I'll just build different size gravestones out of the different blocks, because the one thing that always kind of freaks me out about Minecraft is the fact that, what happens when the things die? Obviously, they just disappear, but, if this was, a real world, they've got to be buried somewhere, right? You can't just let the mobs die and forget them. That's a bit mean. So I decided for once I was going to build a gravestone, and many gravestones. And then I realised it was not kind of creepy enough, and decided let's add some hedges and trees to kind of enclose the space a bit more, make it a little more difficult to get around. If you want to run out, you have to make sure you go the right way, or you'll hit a dead end, which no one wants. Being chased by a ghost or something. So yeah, we're using spruce. We're using spruce mostly because well, I don't know what happened there, but we'll continue on. We're using spruce because it fits the block palette, it fits the environment. I mean, I have used some dark oak on this project, but I didn't want to use loads and loads of it, because obviously it doesn't naturally spawn in taiga biomes, and I'm not putting loads of stuff that doesn't naturally spawn in the biome for this build. It is very much going back to simple basic block palettes, because we haven't been working that way for a while. What else can I say about the build? So I added more trees, because obviously what I did first was I cleared out a mass area, knowing that I would add more trees back in. Usually when I add trees back in, I do it much denser than it was originally, and that's often to try and help section out the different builds. Because apparently that's my logic, which is great until you realise you can't really get through areas that well, because it's quite densely packed in. And then I covered a section up to rebuild the path, because I realised that the villagers were getting trapped down there, and I actually wanted this to be more of a functioning village. I guess all of the villages on here are functioning, but one of them I kind of just built houses and crammed loads of beds in and went, yeah, that'll do. Which I was at one point fixing, but I haven't done anything in a while to continue fixing it, so I'm gonna have to build more houses there at some point. But that'll be an off-camera thing, because I want to just make that area look nice again. Or I might just get rid of all the really weird houses and just let the villagers fend for themselves. I mean, I put beds in a cave at one point, because I was like, oh, they need an area that has loads of farms, but I really don't want to build loads of houses. Going on to the Halloween decorations, I used various mob heads and put them on armor stands, and eventually added in other armor. Cobwebs and jack-o'-lanterns, because I figured that's the Halloween decorations we have access to. We're going to do some Halloween decorating, because that's not something I do in real life, because we just don't really decorate or celebrate Halloween. I mean, I have somewhere, I think I covered it by accident with a piece of fabric, a pumpkin on my desk. But I still have more Christmas decorations in my room than I do Halloween decorations, which I'm going to change that eventually. I like Halloween better, because spooky stuff, and also, in my opinion, actually, I kind of like the food that you have for Christmas better than the food you have for Halloween, because Halloween's mostly just like sweets and stuff, isn't it? But like, oh, I can't wait for when we start doing Christmas stuff. That's gonna be so fun. I think I'm gonna start a Pinterest board for the Christmas one this year, because I didn't last year. I actually kind of did. We're gonna do like aesthetic builds, I think, for Christmas. But anyways, that is effectively the Halloween build completed, and we're going back to the beginning, and we're starting with the farms, going through to where we have Karen the snake and the maze. There's also a dragon somewhere, isn't there? Over the village, up to the graveyard, and then we have the witch's tower. And so if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all again on Wednesday. Goodbye, the internet.